There is a scientific evidence, Climate care is urgent now. We believe at Solvay that each one individually cannot solve the problem. So we have to work jointly between business corporation, politics, the society, and the world of finance. So our role as corporates to fight against climate change is first to show example. We have to reduce our own emissions. Second is to provide solutions to our customers by a lot of innovation. Third is really to create value to our shareholder by reducing the risk on the long term for the company. And fourth, I would say that we have to educate our own employees in their behavior and also the communities around our plants to fight against global warming. So at Solvay, the sustainability journey is about value creation and sense of purpose. So we embed sustainability in our strategy. We create value on the financial and extra-financial, types of values. We look at all our stakeholders. For example, we look at our customers. We try to create value for our shareholders. We take into account the climate perspective and also our employees, for example. The very basic reason is that we consider at Solvay that our growth cannot be done at the expense of the planet. So we consider both our emissions and the interest for our customers. For our own emission, we want to reduce the emission of our own process by more efficiency, and we want to reduce the energy consumption that we have from fossil sourcing, from energy efficiency first, and then from the evolution of the mix of the energy sourcing toward more renewable energy. The second part of the interest is to go through the customers. We consider that supplying products produced with renewable sourcing is a differentiating advantage to our customers. So in terms of challenges to implement our renewable energy strategy, we had first to find the right solutions for each plant. We have more than 130 across the world, so the solutions are different from one plant to the other. Second is about competitiveness. We really need to be competitive in the solution that we bring. Third one is about the conflict between short-term and long-term decision. In order to take the right decision, we also need to take into account the long-term fight against global warming, which may be opposite to short-term objective of the business. And the last one is really specific to chemistry. It's about heat. You can find power, which is competitive, but to find a renewable heat, it's a bit more specific. And so this is one of the key challenges. So if you want to start the journey on renewable, my first advice would be to work on energy efficiency, because the most profitable is the energy that you do not consume. Second one is to start small. Don't start with giant project. You need to learn. There is a learning curve. And the third one is don't try to do everything by yourself. Look for partners.